everyone. Good morning. How are you? Today I'm doing kind of a multi-react, just putting different things together, talking about Chantal, talking about Peetz, and talking about Natter. Because for anyone who doesn't know yet, Natter returned and he did a live last night. And I will save everyone the trouble and the headache of catching up to see what happened with Natter. He did a live, and basically he spent the live talking about Chantal, which is really puzzling because allegedly Nader and Didi they wanted Chantal to leave them alone. They wanted Chantal to stop talking about them. She did. She has. And the very moment that he gets back on YouTube, he's talking about her. So he's over there clout chasing. But on Chantal's side of the fence, a few things have happened, and we're going to go over them all right now. So let me just go ahead and share the screen so you guys can see and hear everything. Okay, so there's Twitter. So let's start with Twitter. Because as I was hoping, Peetz is starting to get shady, and I'm here for it. So Peetz, I guess, did a live last night, and he stood on the scale and showed that the scale was definitely off by about 100 pounds. Although that's really no surprise because I do remember hearing about a live stream where he mentioned that the scale was off about 70 pounds. So he stood on the scale and let's see, this is what happened. And this clip, by the way, is courtesy of Miss Charlie Gold. I want to give full credit to her. I'm sure that it's posted with other people, but I'm just taking it from Charlie. So this is what he did.
I think it might be a little bit off.
So the scale was, for those who could not hear, because the volume on the scale is really low, the scale was saying that Peetz is 100 pounds. There's no way that he's 100 pounds. He's probably around the 200-pound range. So the scale is about 100 pounds off, not 70.
Yeah, there's no way I'm 100 pounds.
Body weight is 109.4 pounds.
Yeah, so that was what Peetz did. He stood on the scale. Although I would have liked to see him show the scale. Was it sitting on carpet? Was it sitting on a tile floor? Because that can affect a scale as well. You know, if you're wanting to show a weight that is not your own, there's different tricks you could use, like putting it on uneven floor or on carpet, because if you do that, the scale number is not going to be correct. So don't know if you put it on a tile floor, on just a bare floor, on carpet. We can't really see the floor. But the point is, he's saying that the scale is off by 100 pounds. And let's think back in time a bit to the weight that Chantal would tell us she was. She would always float between 330 pounds, 350. For some reason, she was just stuck on that number. She never said that she was 400 pounds or 450 pounds. She always stayed within the low 300s. Although, and I showed this before in one of my React videos, the last true weigh-in that she did, where she showed herself standing on a scale and you saw the number, she was 360 pounds. And that was back when she was with BB. And you can take pictures from that time, screen grabs from that time, and compare it to pictures of how she looks now. She's definitely gained more weight. But if the scale is off by 100 pounds, and Chantal is over there saying she's 350, she's 360, add 100 pounds to that, that would make her about 460, right? That would bring her up to almost 500 pounds. I've been saying for the longest, I think that she's at 500 pounds or slightly over. For some reason in my mind, I just keep thinking she's 525 pounds. Now, to be fair, Chantal is in Kuwait with Salah, and she can't get to her Starbucks every 5 minutes, and she can't run to the Burger King every half an hour. Her eating habits have definitely changed since she's been there. I don't know how long she's going to be in Kuwait with Salah. I don't know what she's doing for food off camera, but it would seem that Salah is not a feeder because everything we've seen her eat is mainly healthy, which I'm sure she's absolutely hating. She's just hating her life right now, and that's why she's been raging at everybody, just taking out her inner anger on everyone else. If she stays in Kuwait long enough, she could lose at least a small amount of weight because she's not able to indulge like she normally does. But yeah, Pete's basically exposed that the scale is off by 100 pounds. And Chantal, if you've been telling everybody that you're 330, 350, that means you're actually 450 or above. And the point is, it's not about the weight, y'all. Chantal can weigh whatever she wants. It's her body. She can be 450 pounds. She can be 550. She can be 650. The point is that she lied. That's where everybody is, up in arms and sharing the clip. It's not about the weight, Chantal. It's about the lying about it. And you trying to act like your lie is actually believable. You were over there before going to Kuwait, stuffing your face full of fast food, not exercising, eating copious amounts of food before bed, and trying to put off the message that you can eat whatever you want, whenever you like, and you're not going to gain weight. That's not true. And I'm an older woman, so I can kind of speak on this a little bit. As you get older, your body metabolism will sometimes change, especially if you're a woman and you've, say, gone through menopause. It can change. It might be harder to lose weight, and it's easier to gain weight. I know when I was younger, I had a very fast metabolism. I could eat whatever I wanted. Now I got to be careful. So Chantal is approaching 40. She's had a hysterectomy. I've never had a hysterectomy, so I'm not going to speak on how that might affect her weight. But I do know as you get older, it's easier to gain weight, and you've got to just be very much more on top of your health. So Pete's posted this clip showing that the scale is off, and we knew she was going to rage about it. We knew because Chantal is frustrated right now for so many reasons. She's in Kuwait. She doesn't have her edibles. She can't smoke or green. And she's got this guy that's pretending to be her husband. He's not interested in her, and they're not intimate. It's pretty obvious they're not being intimate because she's spending all of her time running around all over YouTube, leaving nasty comments for everybody. She's taking out her inner rage on everyone else in the only place she can do it, her community tab, because she can't do it on her channel because Salah is watching. And here's the thing, Chantal, this is what I love for you. Because you're only having to take out your rage on the community tab, if you did a video instead, that would make you money. But because it's on the community tab, you're not making money off that. I love that for you. I love the fact that you're mad and your rage is in a place that you're not able to make money off of it. I so love that for you. I love that intensely for you. The fact that you're not only mad, you can't make money off your rage. I think that's great. So, yes, this is the community tab that Foodie posted in response to that clip from Peetz being passed around. She says, the scale is off by 100 pounds. Okay, so explain every other way and Peetz did accurately weighed him. Anyway, check your fat phobia because I could care less if I weighed 100, 800 pounds, still hot, still awesome, fat and all. Actually, having a fat butt just means more room for all of you to kiss. Yalla, your obsession with my scale is just bizarre. It means you need one content into a life ASAP. It's not the obsession with the scale, Chantal. It's the fact that you lied when you didn't have to lie. And I'm a bit confused. Please help me with this one. You're someone that before this whole thing with Sala, you spent a great deal of time and energy and focus and videos and live streams catering to the feeders on your channel. You were attracting all the feeders to your channel. You were doing feeder content, gorging on the fast food. You admitted out loud that there were people that were buying you clothes, buying you meals, sending you money through PayPal. You admitted all that. So you were catering to the feeders. Here's why I'm confused. If you're catering to feeders, if that is your audience, if those are the people who are giving you money, why were you lying about your weight? Because feeders want to see you get bigger. Wouldn't it have made you more money to say that you were bigger? Why lie about your weight? I don't understand that. If you have a channel where you're catering to feeders and feeder fetish people, they like to see you get bigger and know that you're getting bigger. Why lie about how much you weigh? You don't have to if that's your audience. I don't get it. Why use the filters? Why make yourself look smaller than what you really are? If the feeders are your audience and you're catering to them, why do all that? It's kind of a contradiction. So it's not your scale that people are supposedly obsessed with. It's not the scale. It's not the number. It's not even the pounds. It's a fact that you lied and you keep lying. I'm wondering, before you went to Kuwait to meet up with Salah, did you stand on a scale, on that broken scale, and claim to him that you were about 300 pounds, and then you showed up at the airport and he saw that you were much bigger, and that's why he's not letting you have a whole lot of fast food? That's why he's feeding you nothing but healthy food? Is that why? Because he doesn't want to see you become any bigger? Because I would imagine if he was a feeder, he'd be giving you fast food left and right. But everything we've seen you eat so far is very, very healthy, which I think is great because you need to eat healthy. You're 5'1" and you're around in the 500-pound range. You don't need to get any bigger. Your body has been screaming for a break for the longest. It has been screaming, and I'm sure if you could hear your body on the inside, they would be applauding Salah for basically putting a temporary stop sign down and saying, nope, no Starbucks, no Burger King. Yeah, none of that. Your body is saying, thank you. Thank you so much, Salah, for giving us a break. We're tired down here. We're so sick on the inside, and she's not listening. Thank you for giving us a moment to breathe and to feel. Her body is just like giving a sigh of relief because she has been taxing her system for the longest. But yeah, here's Foodie going off in her community post. Let's work. Okay, I'm bringing this up. This is Mrs. Flupa Booty. And she says, make sure your bunkers are well stocked with popcorn, water, chocolate bars, and marshmallow fluff. We're approaching a level 4 alert. Level 1, reading social media. Level 2, triggered. Level 3, typing community post. Level 4, goes live. Yeah, she's about right here. She's right here, and she can't let it out. She can't let it out in live because Salah is right there. That's the only reason we haven't seen her rage yet, is because Salah is there, and she doesn't want to blow up in front of him. She's holding it all in. She's letting it out slowly with the community post. But anybody who might be watching my react video, if anybody out there, if you're a reactor, If you're a Foodie Beauty reactor or perhaps an audience member of a Foodie Beauty reactor, I know a way how we can push her to get to the very top right here. So Foodie Beauty, she's been playing a little game for the last few weeks. You know, she's been turning off her comments so that nobody can comment on her videos, yet she feels free to go into other people's comments and leave nasty comments. Case in point right here. So Foodie made a point to go at Shannon. And I think that's a crappy thing to do. You know, Shannon's been going through a lot. This is not the time, Foodie. You know, like two people cannot like each other, have a former friendship, but there's a line. If you see somebody going through something serious, have some decency and back off for at least a while. But here's Foodie going after Shannon, saying, "Hey, butthole, do any cocoa at your daughter's events lately? You are a crap friend, so you have no room to talk. Keep trying to get views off my name." Shannon fired back at her, saying, "Take a look at my channel, you parasite. Nothing about you other than this video exposing your lies. It's just that you have the crap friend junkie. You're so pathetic." Good for you, Shannon. Good for you. Foodie just feels free to wander into other people's comment sections and leave comments like this. I think we should give Chantal some of her same energy, don't you? I think anybody who's been bothered by Foodie Beauty, block her. Block her from coming into your comments. Seriously, give her that same energy. She wants to turn her comments off so nobody can talk on her channel. And if she tries to wander into other people's backyards, let's keep that same energy and block her off our channels. See how she likes it. You know, that'll really push her over the edge to this. You know, she's been getting away with going into other people's comment sections and saying what she wants to say and letting some of that rage out. Let's put the pressure on. Block her. Block her. She wants to have her comments off like a coward. Well, you can have your comments off. We're going to take away your freedom so that you can't rage freely on us. See how you like it. You'll have no avenue to let out your frustration and your rage and to be nasty, except for your community post. How about that? And, you know, Just Breezin actually made that suggestion. Here's a post by Just Breezin saying, "Everyone should block Foodie. She needs to throw her temper tantrums on her own channel." Agreed, ma'am. Starve her of the attention she so desperately craves, and she clearly isn't getting from Sala. Yeah, she's... Foodie's over there looking at Sala like he's a steak dinner, and yet it's a steak dinner she cannot sink her teeth into, and she's mad about it. There's no intimacy going on. Obviously, there's no romance, and she is just frustrated. She's frustrated. Sorry about the crude language. She's frustrated. She's sexual frustration. She's frustrated, and she's taking it out on everybody else. It's not our problem. We're not to blame, Foodie. You're the one that flew to Kuwait to get married to or see a guy that you don't know, and I guess you figured the two of you would be intimate, and it didn't happen. Sorry about that. Not our fault. What are you blaming us for? What are you getting mad at us for? But yeah, I'm with Just Breezin. Anybody that's been bothered by Foodie, block her. Block her. So she doesn't have the freedom that to rage out. Let her reach that boiling point. We want her right here. We want her to stay right here. We want a rage, Foodie. We deserve a rage over here. Your content's been boring. And we are tired of this fake marriage arc. We're sick of it. It makes no sense. There's no intimacy there. It's not interesting. You and Sala are not interesting on camera. We deserve a rage. Keep her here, guys. Keep her here. Let's let her keep that same energy. Oh, this is something that happened last night. So unfortunately for YouTube, for all of us, Nadar's back. He's been gone for a while. Everybody was speculating, was he gone because of the strikes? Was he waiting for the strikes to fall off? Was it because his legal counsel said, hey, stay your butt offline, you got enough problems? Don't know exactly, but he came back. He came back and he did a live. And what did he do during his live? He spent the entire live complaining about Chantal, talking about Chantal. It was so sad to watch. I'm not going to show the footage because Mr. Nadar is strike happy, but Gary Unfiltered was reacting to the live. And guess who came into Gary's live? Nadar. He got busted. He was there. And while he was in Gary's chat, he was basically making threats, saying, I'm going to throw strikes at you. Nadar, you're an idiot. Have you learned nothing from the first round? When you're doing false copyright claims, that will come back and boomerang on you, bro. Yeah, have you learned nothing? That you can't just throw out those false strikes? Gary said outright that he would appeal if you did that. And when you throw false copyright strikes, when you throw a strike, everybody knows you better be ready to take that person to court. And you're in Canada, and Gary's in the United States. Are you ready to come to the United States to go to court? I don't think you are. You just got back on YouTube. You just started doing live streams again, and already you're pulling that nonsense of, I'm going to throw strikes. That'd be the dumbest thing you can do. Dumb. You should work on your content and finding something to talk about other than Chantal. Because you're basically in the same boat now as Roman. You know, you were a main player in her Chantal show. You've now been downgraded to former cast member, just like Roman. So you wanted Chantal to leave you alone. You wanted her to stop talking about you. Dee Dee, you wanted Chantal to stop talking about you. She is now talking about something else. So why are you two idiots still talking about her? Find something else to do. Take the little bit of notoriety and do something with it, but stop being such an idiot. Stop riding Chantal's coattails. I don't like Chantal. I think she's evil. She's scum, just like the two of you. But your time in the Chantal show is done. She's done with you. If I had to compare Nadar and Sala, I think for over a year, Chantal was riding around a rusted out bucket car. Now she's driving a Lamborghini. You think she's going to go back to a bucket, Nadar? You really think so? You think she's going to come back to you after being around a guy who looks nice, smells nice, is attractive? You think so? You don't think that's going to change her a little bit? That she's going to be a wannabe around Sala? You think she's going to leave Sala for you? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that you're still talking about Chantal because you're salty. You're very salty because you don't have access to all of that YouTube money that she was giving you. That you've been pushed out of the Chantal show and you're trying to find a way to stay relevant and to come back in. And it's not going to work. Just move it along. Move it all the way along. Shoo, get gone. We were happier without you being around, sir. You didn't contribute anything positive on YouTube. We were happy you were gone. We don't like that you're back. So that's pretty much it, y'all, for my react video. We want to keep it short today. So Chantal is over there getting in people's comment sections, being rude. And I hope that anybody that she's been rude to, anybody that she's trying to bully, block her. If she's trying to bully you and be nasty to you, block her. You know, her comment sections are turned off. So turn yours off to Chantal. Make her put all her rage on her community post. Don't let her have the freedom to wander around and be a jerk. Same thing with Nadar. And I'm glad that Peetz exposed Foodie for the liar that she is. Again, her weight, it's not about the pounds. It's the fact that she lied about it and trying to put out this message that you can eat whatever you want. You can go to town on food and not gain weight. And that's not true. Anybody out there, you know that's not true. If she lived her life in truth, there'd be a lot less hassle and a lot less stress, but she just likes lying too much. So anyway, that's it for my video. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, please like and subscribe, and please leave a comment. And thank you so much for spending some time here with me today. Please take care and have a good one. Bye-bye.